Welcome back to OTR. We have reached the point of the roundtable discussion this morning. Democrat Marianne Marsh is with us, and Republican Rob Gray is on the other side. Notice how we put one on the left and on the right. See, it's not our first rodeo. Great to see you guys.
So, a who's who in American politics will be there tomorrow for the official opening of the EMK Institute. This may be an obvious question, but why are they all showing up here, Marianne?
Well, if everyone missed Ted Kennedy when we lost him almost 6 years ago, they really miss him now, because if Ted Kennedy were still here, the Senate wouldn't be as dysfunctional as it is. He could work with everybody. He could get everybody to work together, and whether it would be someone like Ted Cruz or John McCain, who is speaking tomorrow, he could put them in their place. Nobody can do that anymore.
Is it just a political gracious gesture? Is that the reason why Republicans and Democrats are showing up?
Well, I think it does harken back to old school Washington, where they had a lot of fights on the floor and they disagreed on policy, but then they went out and had a couple drinks at night and got along. Ted Kennedy was part of that generation of Washington. Some would say that we need to get back to that. But I think that's why you're having this outpouring, bipartisan outpouring for the event.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it reminds me of what Vicki Kennedy just said in the interview we did with her. She said, see how far? It's not far to reach across the aisle from where
That's
the Senator
exactly
sat.
what I was going to point out.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
And also, you pointed out the irony, of course, of the fact that what the state of Washington is today and what they are trying to accomplish at this institute.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, we all know his accomplishments, and they are legendary. But how many people, only Ted Kennedy, not only in life, but in his death, could get everybody to come to Boston in March, hardly beautiful here at this time, and do this?
Rob, I don't want to throw water onto this. I don't want to dampen it at all. But is this a vanity project?
Well, sure, it is a little bit. And people are concerned that you're spending federal money on something like this. Of course, we spend them on presidential libraries, but, should every U.S. senator, even top senators like Ted Kennedy, have a library? Who knows? There's some questions about that, but it is a benefit to public schools. I've been in the Senate chamber that they created. I think it's going to be good engagement for students around here, and civics is de-emphasized, and we do need more of that. So I think it fills a good role. I'd rather not have public money spent on it, but it's here, and I think it's going to be beneficial.
$38 million spent on it, Marianne. That's an awful lot of money.
But I agree with Rob. There are kids who are a stone's throw away from this building who will never go to Washington, D.C., who will never be in the United States Senate, will never even meet one of our United States senators. Yet they can get on a little school bus, go to this place, learn about the Senate. It's a faithful replica, and they can engage in civic discourse. That's really important. We need more of it, not less.
If $38 million of our federal money was put into it, why is there an admission charge? There are stages of admission charge. Why isn't it just free?
Because you have to maintain it. And when Rob and I had the opportunity to go over there and tour it, when you hear the programs that they're going to do and the kinds of things they want to accomplish, it's well worth it.
Let's move over to local politics. Let's take a listen. There's been an about-face in politics.
We believe now is the time that 2024 would like to propose a referendum.
So Boston 2024 may not seem like it's local politics, but it's all about politics. They're trying to change the conversation at this point, and they're playing humble pie, saying that they won't proceed if there is a ballot question and that says no Olympics. Is this strategy going to work a little bit better, Rob?
Well, they've been forced into it. They wanted to pave over all the opposition and just do this thing. That was how they came out of the box. But the opposition kicked up, no Boston 2024, and others have done a good job at that. And there are real questions about state spending, costs going out of control, federal spending related to this thing. So it's going to be hard for them to get this passed, but they were forced into it.
Will they regret this change in strategy, Marianne?
Well, they hope not, but this is all politics, and let's talk about it in political terms. This is a campaign. When they've dropped as much as they have in the polls in the last 8 weeks, the bottom has fallen out. They have the hardest road imaginable to crawl back from. They've lost all their credibility. They have to rebuild trust. They have to get facts out there, and people then have to believe them. This was one of the worst campaign launches I've ever seen, and for them to have to be able to win this, and whether it is a March primary, which Galvin wants, and he's playing politics here because Charlie Baker wants to cut his budget and says, well, I may not be able to do it on a presidential primary in Massachusetts, which would be March, a low turnout, or do you go to November with one of the largest turnouts in the country turning out and having this on the ballot as well. There's so much at stake here, and there's so much risk, and it's going to be, I'm not going to say they're not going to do it, but boy, oh boy, they could have made it harder for themselves.
Marty Walsh hosted 24 mayors here in Boston this past week. They want Washington to pass $15 billion in transportation money to fix their roads. Obviously, that would come in handy for the Olympics. So these mayors have a voice that Washington will hear, Mary.
Well, there's not a city or town in the country that doesn't need money for their roads, yet Congress can't even agree on that. So it shows you how broken Congress is. They probably don't get the money this year, but it's going to help them in 2016 to not only get the White House back, but the Senate, and they may get the money then.
Rob.
They don't have clout because it's the end of the Obama administration and Hillary's the favorite, so nobody's competing for their vote or their endorsement.
We continue on the record. Stay with us.